how do you protect, particularly kids, etc., online? What if you have a paywall? A kid cannot walk into a bar and just get a beer. So the internet is a dangerous place. Well, it can be. Like regular life. Funny that.
Yeah.
However, in the real world, right, we have identification, a driver's license, passport, birth certificate, what have you.
Yeah.
There's not really a digital ID yet. And I'm scared of that becoming a thing, to be honest.
You don't want digital ID.
I think that would just be one too many levels of control for governments. But then the question is, how do you protect, particularly kids, etc., online from pornography or groomers or, a lot of, you name it, it's out there. And I was thinking about this. It's like, well, digital ID doesn't sound great to me. But what if, and this is an idea, I need to flesh it out. Hence why I'm talking to you about it.
Yeah.
Particularly when it comes to pornography and more adult content, even violence, etc.
Yeah.
What if you have a paywall for every single restricted content? Okay. So restricted content cannot be viewed unless credit card details.
But you know what I'm just thinking, right?
Yeah.
You know how many scams there's going to be?
Well, yeah, but the thing, there's scams.
No, but if you have to put your credit card details to view a site, right? Do you know how many scams will just make websites to steal people's credit card info?
Yeah, but they already do though.
Yeah, I suppose, but it'll just ramp up to another level.
Yeah.
I think.
So then, what would happen is, so there's already OnlyFans, which is a paywall.
Yeah.
And people aren't getting scammed from that website particularly.
So there'll be.
So you have the reputable websites will eventually get all the business because people are I actually got what to pay for. But my question, the thing is, right, a kid cannot walk into a bar and just get a beer.
Nah, okay.
They could create a fake ID, but they would still need to pay for it. There's still I go in, I put money, and then I get the temptation. It
also does just increase, because I can think of some ways around it. Like some kids will still steal their parents' credit cards.
Yes, of course.
Some kids will still just make up credit card
numbers. I think it will lower the chance of some kid just scrolling.
It will.
And then bam, they see this thing they've never seen before, and you're like,
I actually don't. I kind of like that idea.
And then you could say, oh, but it's not. I just think it's a little bit like alcohol. We recognize that children are not, how would you say, shouldn't have it for various different reasons.
Yeah.
And even adults shouldn't be allowed it for free.
True. I'm actually all.
See,
I like that idea.
I think this is actually a practical solution.
I really like that idea.
It's still libertarian at heart. We're not saying you cannot have it. We're saying if you want to live that way, you have to have a financial burden attached to it.
Sure. Yeah. And it'll put a bit of an age barrier in there too.
Yes. And again, it won't solve every problem.
Certain people will still be able to get around it.
Yes.
And you'll still.
And the kids whose parents don't care, they can just go in and get the credit card. It'll still happen.
It will.
But I'm thinking about myself and a lot of other people who just stumbled across it.
Yeah.
At 11, 12, you don't know what the heck anything is.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
But then you see these things and and it's so powerful. It's starting to reprogram your brain.
It is.
And at that age, your brain is a sponge.
It is.
So I personally think that's not a bad idea.
I really like the idea. I really like it. I'm trying to think if there's any issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because I'm thinking I am irrationally optimistic about most things. So where is...
Well, the main issue I see is just the massive increase in scams that'll happen. But that is almost an incentive to not view that content.
Exactly.
So that's like, is that actually a bad thing? That's kind of a good thing.
And there will be sites that are reputable.
There will.
There already are.
There are. Yeah.
Yeah. You just cannot look at it without paying for it.
Yeah. Or even if there's free sites, you've still got to put in...
You still have to put credit card details.
Still have to put in credit card details.
And they can charge you $0.01 if they really want to.
Yeah,
virtually
sure.
free.
Yeah.
You just have to
pay for it.
It's like in the old days, you had to go into the store and buy the Playboy or whatever it was.
Yeah. No, I really like that. I actually really like that idea.
Yeah, I think it's very simple too.
It is.
It's not like you have to put in like heaps of hours legislating it. You just say... Because sure, they have the, are you 18 years? I mean...
Okay, no, that they
don't they have to?
No, I think they do have to. I think they do have to do that.
I'm pretty sure they have to. You have to say how old you are, but
yep.
Come on, 16-year-old.
Yeah. Well, the only legislation will be around what's classed.
Sure.
But then that's
there'd be a line.
Yeah.
You'd find it.
Yeah. Would. No, I really like that idea.
Yeah, thank you.
I really like it. Yeah, we've just solved
a big issue.
A big issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else it could be applied to. Well, even with drugs, right? You have to pay for the drugs.
It's true. It does limit. It doesn't completely fix the problem.
We're not looking to completely eradicate it.
But it's like, yeah.
Because I don't know many people personally that have drug addiction problems or alcoholism problems.
No.
But pretty much every young man I've ever talked to has at one point or still has or could have a pornography issue or something like that, because it's just there.
It is. The access is too easy. The access is the issue. Yeah.
And you have to be accountable to your wallet as well.
It's true.
I think that'd be a dissuader. And if you're preventing kids getting hooked on it, they're gonna. If you've never seen it until you're 20 or 30 years old, you're gonna be so much more equipped to be able to go, okay, no.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see if there's a study done on that though. Or
that's true. I could be. Or if
it's just, it's just so addictive to the mind. It's just, you're just gonna get hooked regardless of what age you view it.
Possibly. Yeah, maybe.
But I'm still for the barriers in place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just having a barrier. Each barrier you put in decreases the likelihood people.
Yeah. And people who really want to do it, they can.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea.
Yep. So, if our politicians can please get on to that. Yeah.
Well, there was just an election. Who won again? Albanese? Labour?
Yep. So, Mr. Albanese, can you please legislate it so that...
Immediately.
Yeah. So that paywalls have to be put up on every...
piece of adult content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Cool.